For the Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame this year come from both high school and adult programs and reflect the many ways that Warren County Career Center touches and changes many lives. We celebrate our 40th year of service to the community as we celebrate their induction tonight. Last but not least, Rick Tincher, Springboro 1980 graduate, attended adult education machine shop. Rick Tincher did not have the opportunity to attend the Warren County Career Center in high school because it opened in 1976, and he graduated in 1975. But a few years later, he chose to continue his education at WCCC's Adult Education Machine Shop program. After high school, he began working in production at General Motors, but he noticed that production workers kept getting laid off, but skilled labor did not. So he enrolled at WCCC in order to have a stable career. He earned his machine tool operations certificate in May of 1980 and basic design and drafting certification in June of 1982. After retiring from a long career at GM, he is currently the director of the Springboro Cemetery. 2 years ago, in early 2014, Rick was selected by the Board of Directors of the Springboro Cemetery Association to take the reins as director and bring the business into the 21st century, longtime Springboro resident Don Wright said in his letter of nomination. Rick went to work immediately updating all files to a computer network, adding some new services, and then prospecting for a chapel. It was amazing to see it come together from the contributions of so many wonderful people. The chapel is now open for funerals as well as weddings and was dedicated at the end of June this summer. Rick took an opportunity and turned it into a blessing. The Springboro community cannot thank Rick enough for what he has done in just 2 short years. Rick Tincher.
Thank you, everybody. Again, thank you for this great honor. It is a very prestigious honor for me. My mother-in-law, Betty Huff, out here. My father-in-law, James Huff, I can remember in the early 70s out trying to convince this community, Warren County, that we needed a career center. So I can remember all the hard work and what he felt about people being able to have a chance to earn a career and make a living for themselves. So I was excited because I knew early on what was happening, but it just couldn't get completed in time for me to attend. So again, like they said, I graduated in 75, so I went to work at GM, and I had a chance to come here and take the machine shop class because I noticed the skilled trade. So once I did that, it allowed me to have job security. So this training center that we have here, the Career Center, is a fantastic organization for people to get that trade. Continued on after my career, and then my board president, Scott Swope, is here tonight, gave me the opportunity to come on to the Springboro Cemetery. And when I had a vision that we needed this chapel to help our community in time of need, I came right back to the Career Center for a project that they endorsed. I can't imagine how quick. It was like 3 months, and they said they were on board to do this project. What I seen with the kids coming out to the to the cemetery on a daily basis was amazing. As myself, as a student in school, it didn't come easy. I didn't connect with the books, but with working with your hands came a lot better opportunity to stay involved. So I seen that with the kids out here. Let me tell you a little bit of something that I noticed of what the kids get when they come to the Career Center. They would leave to come back to school, but they were so excited about this project of what they're doing for our community and what they get out of this program, that when I was leaving at 5 o'clock, they're pulling back in. Now, how many times does kids go back to, say, school on their own? So I would leave the extension cord out and they would do work. One day I noticed kids that wasn't the normal kids. So I went up to talk to them and I said, well, this is my friend from Mason, Kings Mills, whatever. And they'd heard about the project and they wanted to see it. One day, there was an elderly man out there in the chapel. And he said he had to come because his son was working on this project. And that's all he talked about. And he had to come and see it for himself too. So what I appreciate about the Career Center and the opportunity it gives our youth is to get connected to something they really believe in, because they can be successful in life when they have that connection. And I've seen it this last year with this program here. I've never seen kids be so happy at what they're doing. And I thank you for what you're doing here. I thank my father-in-law that had the vision to help bring this school about in Warren County. And it's just a wonderful thing. And I thank you and my family's out here. My wife of 40 years, we're celebrating 40 years last month of marriage. So thank you, Liz, for all those years. And I guess my work ethic comes from my father, because he's 83 and he does landscaping too, but he's not for hire out there, but he does 50 yards a week and he's 83 years old and he hasn't slowed down. So thank you, Dad, for the work ethic.
Can we have your thing? Would his family please stand up, please? All the family members?
I'm sorry, I have a table here. My friends are my family, so please stand.
And all the families of all the other recipients, please stand. Let's give them a hand.